Another Lick Friday for you this week with a 4-lick special, if you like. So this is a Carlos Santana inspired session where I've borrowed and kind of curated licks in the style of. It's over a backing track which you'll find on my Patreon page, also linked below direct to that backing track as well. And the tab is free on my website, dansguitar.com. There will also be a Patreon lesson where I'll go a little bit more into the techniques used for these licks as well, so you'll find that extended version on Patreon as well. Now, if you do like it and you haven't done so already, please do hit that subscribe button, the bell button, and follow me for all the future notifications on socials and on YouTube as well. Not much more to say about it apart from let's crack on with those 4 licks. Starts with the arpeggio from the G on this, so a minor arpeggio going through the 10th fret A string, 8th fret D, 7th on that G. So then you have 8, 9, 8, 9 on the 2nd string. I hammer on the first 8 to 9. And it has a series of rests coming after this, which gives it that sort of Santana Latin type feel, I guess you would say, where you end up with that type of thing actually to there. So that brings in from the 8, 9, 8, 9 first beat of the 2nd bar, then you've got 16th beat rest going to the 8, then the 9 same string again with rest in between, so it gives it a staccato feel. Another rest, then it's 10 on the 3rd string, another rest, then you've got 8 on the 3rd string. And then it's a run back down the arpeggio from 7, 8, 10, so that's 7 on the G, 8 on the D, and 10 on the A string. To the 8 back on the D string. Now you can hammer on back to the root note of C, so that's going to be 8, 10 on that D string. And then vibrato to finish the lick with. So you can pick basically the 8, 10 or hammer it. But that's your lick for that one. Let's move on to lick number 2. This lick also starts with an arpeggio in C minor, where we have the 10 on the C, so that's the 10, which is the C, 10 on the D was what I was meant to say, 10 on the D, 8 on the G, and 8 on the 2nd string, the B string as well. That leads you into the 9 on the same string, so that's 2nd string 9, back to the 8, and then another rest to give it that Latin feel, back to the 9, and then this is where it all starts to change. So we're running through a natural minor scale with this. So we go to the 11 on the 2nd string, another rest with the 11 again, but this time we've got a kind of repeating pattern of 3 notes, which is the 11, 9, 8 on that 2nd string, and then you do that again. Straight to the 10 on the 3rd string, the G, 8 on the same string, another 16th beat rest, and then that's that 10th fret to finish with on your 3rd string. So I'll play it slowly actually, I didn't do that with the other one, but I'll do it for this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. So there you go, that's that one. Let's move on to number 3, shall we? Yeah. You have, for lick number 3, kind of a natural minor pentatonic lick. There you go, because we're combining the natural minor scale in with this. So it's a standard lick with a natural minor note thrown in for good measure, but you're kind of bending straight out of it. So there you go, bit of flavour, salt and pepper. So we have the 11 on the second string, full tone bend, going to the 8 on the first string, back to the 11 second, pull off to the 8. Then it's the 10th fret, back to the 8 on that second. So 10 is on the third, 8 on the second. So straight to the 10 this time, not the 11 for the pentatonic, but we're bringing in the natural minor notes within this. So it's a semitone bend from that 10th fret first string with a 16th note rest straight after, so it gives you a staccato sound. So you don't hear the bend come back down, it's just a straight bend up, and that's that for that one. And then you're straight on to the next part of the lick, which is beats the rest of beat 3 into beat 4, and then you've got the 10, pull off to the 8 on the first string, and then it's the 11, 8 on the second string, the 11 on that first string to finish with. Okay, and that's your lick. So I'll play it slow. Here we go. So 1, 2, 3 and 4 and relatively straightforward, but played at speed, that one, that's where it brings in its full flavour and awesomeness. So there you go, that's that one. Lick number 4 coming up now. Okay, so this last lick, it's by far my favourite one. So this is kind of styled around Santana, and I like the movements within this. So, starts with the basically second shape of the pentatonic in C minor, and using the 11th and the 13th frets. Okay. But to start with, we've got this semitone slide in on the beat, so a grace note going into the 11th fret on that first string, and then the same thing, bringing in like a tension note, so an accidental coming into the 13th fret from the 12 on the beat, like that. So that's the first string with the 11s, and then the second string with the 13, all right? Then we have a really nice run coming up, actually, which incorporates shape 2 and shape 1 of the pentatonics, bringing in some just nice flavours with the way it moves. So you might find that you use this style quite a lot, but it runs through, coming from 13, pulling off to the 11 on that first string, then you pick the 13 and 11 on the second string. Okay, so it's a 4-note pattern, and then we start with the next note in the sequence, which is the 11 on that first string, shape 2 still, and we got 11 first string, 13 pull off to 11 on the second string, and then this time 12 on the third. So if you just take that lick out of the sequence, you've got a really nice lick to play. So a great one to use. Then the sequence takes 13 to the 11 on that second string. This time we're playing the 12 on the third as normal, but you slide that down to the 10 and then pull off to the 8 on that third string. So you have, where are we? So, and then you finish off with the 10th fret on the 4th string. So that should be the first sort of 2.5 beats on that. So get used to that. It takes a little while to get used to the sort of slide and pull off before you, well, if you're not used to it, you're going to get used to it at some point. Anyway, that made a lot of sense, didn't it? After that, you have, after that 10th fret, the root note, you're running through the pentatonic with that kind of natural minor note thrown in as well, which leads you from the third string, 8, 10, hammer on, 8-11 hammer on, 8-10 on the first string, hammer on, and then an immediate grace note slide from the 11 to the 13 to finish that lick. So let's play that one slow as well. So you end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, and okay. So again, 4 and take your time with that lick, because it can be quite tricky, but it's so worth taking the time with, just because it's a great lick with that nice movement through two different shapes, linking pentatonics as you go through. So that there is your 4 licks of Santana. Back to me. At the end, we've done it again. So we are here. We've had 4 licks. I like the 4th one. That is my fave. And you can have it's just a nice journey through the 2 different pentatonic shapes. If you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to the channel, hit that bell button, thumbs up, comment below, pushes me through those YouTube algorithms. And also check out that lesson, the extended version of this, where I go a little bit more into the techniques for the licks themselves. Yeah, not much more to say apart from I shall see you next week, which is after Christmas. So have a fab Christmas, and I shall see you before the new year. So there you go. Nice one, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend and festive period. See you later.